Slaves, welcome back to Professor Providence. Now, today, I'm going to talk to you guys about how to create your own world. Okay? So, here's the first tip. To create your own world, you first have to recognize what your world is and what it looks like. So, I'm going to give you an example. In my world, what I actually do is whenever I see a certain word, let's just say if it was, I don't know, apple, for instance, instead of seeing it as APPLE, I could just switch the last two letters and put APPEL, right? Or if I wanted to get a little bit more creative, I could spell it APPELLE, right? Or I could spell it like APEL, right? So what I recommend is the first thing that you guys can do is just whenever you see a certain word that's in this matrix, just spell it differently, and resonate it, or have the word resonate with you. You know what I'm saying? So for instance, if you like certain fruits, if you like apples, for instance, you could just use that technique. Or if you like peaches, you could spell it PEECHES. Or if you like bananas, you could spell it like BANNANAS. You can either add an extra letter or minus an extra letter and just make it your word, how it sees with you, basically how it resonates with you, right? So that's one thing you could do for your mind when it comes to your own word. Your own world, so just whenever you see a certain word that's in this matrix, just spell it differently, and don't care what anybody thinks. Only care about what you think. All right. So the second thing that you can do to create your own world is you could just be in tune with what your body likes, right? So what I like to do is I love martial arts. My world is martial arts. You know what I'm saying? So I love doing martial arts like ninjutsu or kung fu or karate or wushu or tai chi, whatever it is. Just do something that your body really, really likes. So if you're a dancer, then dance. You could do some hip hop dancing, or you could do some ballet dancing, or you can do some rock and roll dancing, or whatever resonates with your body. If those specific dancing types resonate with your world, then fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't care what anybody thinks. If your body is in tune with those musical genres, then do it. Dance. Or another example is if your world includes yoga, then just do some yoga poses. You could do some yoga stretches. You could do some yoga breathing exercises, or you could just do yoga poses all day. Whatever involves the body, anything physical, just do it, because that is essentially your world, right? So that's that tip. The final tip for being in your world and creating your world is imagination. And imagination, not only does it come from the brain, but it also comes from the soul, right? So for me, I love daydreaming. That's literally where my imagination is. Basically daydreaming, it just brings me peace. It keeps me young, and it just makes me laugh. Daydreaming, I can daydream about certain TV shows that I've watched, or certain cartoons that I've watched, or certain movies that I've watched, and I just make daydreams, because essentially daydreams are actually just scenes from other dimensions that resonate with you. And it could be in a humorous way, or it can be an evolutionary way, or it can even be in a sexual way. It doesn't really matter. Whatever your frequency is, just have a daydream. Just imagine something that makes you feel good, and imagine something that makes you feel happy, and imagine something that makes you feel in tune. But I recommend that you imagine something that makes you laugh, because that's the first step, so for example, if you like to have daydreams about being a rock star, you could just imagine yourself just on stage, and just being around millions and billions of people, just being yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're just up there and you're just in your own world, and you're drawing all these other people into your world, because they have no other choice. They have to be in your world because you're just that fucking lit. You know what I'm saying? Or if you have daydreams about you being a famous cook. You're literally drawing other people into your world because you have all these ingredients and these plates and these forks and spoons and these great foods and these different types of sauces and different types of recipes and stuff like that. Or if you like have daydreams about just like running out into the field and just being free and having your hands open and your feet just touching the grass, and you're running through this field as fast as you can with all these different flowers and these clouds, and the sun is out, and you see like all these angels or like these unicorns or these pixie horses or whatever it is that you want to imagine. Be in that world and make it real. You know what I'm saying? So those are essentially the techniques for just creating your world, and be consistent with it, because the more you focus on something, the more it's going to grow. So just make sure all those daydreams are positive, and I guarantee all of you that those daydreams and those dances and those yogas and those martial arts and also those different types of vocabulary that you create for yourself will come to life. So if you guys enjoyed this recording, you can like, share, and subscribe. And as always, just be in tune with yourselves, know who you are, and I will see all of you later. Until next communion.